I am not sure if I can trust my partner. Should I give the relationship another try? I and my girlfriend have been together for 5 years. 2018, initially, we started long distance for 8 months and moved in together afterwards. Back then, we were young and immature, both having insecurity issues, and we were overly cautious, always being suspicious of each other. It was mainly my problem. The long distance aspect of the relationship made the beginning very stressful, which led to my girlfriend being scared to tell me some things or to open up, out of fear of my reaction. Things worked out somehow, and after moving in together we got along fairly well. The insecurity was still there, we always texted and always went out together, but we were starting to trust each other more. 2019, after 1 year of living together, my girlfriend had a yeast infection, and after consulting with a doctor, she got tested and came back positive for chlamydia. This was the beginning of a long period of problems. The result was a shock for her because she told me that she got tested before meeting me and she was negative. I was also tested before meeting her and was negative. However, she described the way she did the test and it was all wrong, probably didn't collect enough sample and got a false negative. Knowing her over the years, I am pretty sure that she was telling the truth, because she is in general not very aware of healthcare problems and kind of clumsy. For example, she did her COVID test all wrong, came back negative, and when I tested her right after to double check, it was positive. She swore on her parents' life that she did not cheat, and I believed her. She seemed very sincere, and I know that she loves her parents deeply with all her heart. 2019 to 2022, in the next couple of years, we trusted each other more, started communicating better, in a calm and open way. However, last year, I caught her with a tiny little lie, something stupid about not noticing something when she in fact did, just to mess with me, and normally I would not have cared about it, but because of our past, it brought back all the trauma and bad memories. I confronted her and begged her to come clean if there ever was someone else, arguing that it is better to know the truth and try to work things out than living a lie. She told me the same story and said that she was disappointed and insulted that I still did not trust her, and to not waste her time if I cannot learn to trust. I found her reaction once again sincere and moved on. 2023, this year, we had our best and most mature year ever. We discussed all our issues about communication and trust and the importance of telling the truth. In all honesty, we have grown closer than ever, and I fully trust her with day-to-day life. We always share our phones, out of convenience, for GSP or other things. She even voluntarily gave me her password without me even asking. We are super transparent about everything, we get along, we rarely fight, and if it happens, we solve it in a mature and understanding way. However, for some reason, the thought of the STD test came back lingering. And it made me feel miserable. I confronted her once again and we had an extremely difficult couple of weeks. We constantly talk about it. She swears that she didn't do it. She even showed me conversations with guys that I was suspecting. She is adamant that if she did something, she would tell me because she can tell that it causes me deep pain and she respects me too much to see me suffer like this. However, she has nothing to hide and cannot help me. I recently stumbled once again on a lie from the beginning of our relationship, when we were long distance, and she admitted to it. It was about a guy friend that she met on vacation before our relationship. She was snapping him daily for the first few months of our relationship. The guy was not living in the same country. I know that they did not meet during the time that we were together, because he lives on the other side of the world while she lived in a small remote town. However, initially, she lied about who the guy was, because she was too scared to admit that it was someone that she went out with before me knowing my potential reaction. I am now devastated and I don't know what to do. I know that I have been unreasonable at the beginning of the relationship, always overreacting and not trusting her, which pushed her into some lies and fear of opening up, and I do not blame her for that. I also know that she has grown so much more mature and honest, She is a woman that I absolutely respect and the past years has been amazing. She is always supportive, she always helps me when I feel down. I could not wish for a more loving and caring partner. However, the past lies and the STD tests still make me doubt her, and we are now at the brink of breakup. We are about to start couple therapy and she is actively trying to make me go with her, because she admitted to lying to me in the past and feels horrible about it and wants to work things out with me. Nonetheless, she is adamant that she did not cheat on me. She told me with the most serious look in her eyes that at this point, she probably knows that she might lose me anyways, so there is no point of hiding anything anymore. She just wants me to have closure and hopefully that will help me in my decision, but she has nothing else to tell me and is firm on the fact that she was never with someone else while we were together. I am so divided about this. Should I trust my partner and try to rebuild? Next story 2. I'm NGF is how do I go about leaving my relationship? I want to leave a relationship and I don't know how. I am so puzzled about this that I really even have to use Reddit for the first time and ask strangers because I don't even know how to bring this up to my closest friends. I'm M23 and my girlfriend is F20 and we've been dating for about a year now, and funny enough it is actually my first real relationship I've had with someone because every other time it's been long distance that's not serious or simply just flirting. I met her online and we met each other about a month or two in our relationship. She lives a couple of hours away from me so we try and spend time together at least for a whole weekend every now and then. She's not necessarily a bad person and she's been more than kind to me, which is why I feel so weird about this. You think I would be happy, right? After all, she's been my first for a long of things, but I don't know, after a year things have just not been the same. I just feel like her and I are just two different people that just don't match. I'm into a lot of things like movies and games and music that she's not necessarily into, which I don't mind much, but there's other things, like, I was born and raised Hispanic so my culture is very different from hers. She's a hardcore country girl with a really somewhat strict family and I don't even think they like me much, LMAO. I am someone that likes to take care of myself. I have a pretty good hygiene with only the best type of body washing and skincare products and colognes because I want to look and feel good. Same with a sense of clothing, I want to make sure I'm always fit. However, she's not like that at all. She barely has no hygiene other than just soap and shampoo. And low-key even her cooter stinks, I feel bad to say. We don't live together but I'm someone that always likes to have my place clean and organized and not having anything just thrown around. Meanwhile every time I go to her place it's a mess. I can barely walk around her room. I also do not want to discriminate anyone, but I'm sort of a short dude, but I make up for it by going to the gym and trying to stay fit and lean, and she's pretty much morbidly obese and even taller than me. Now I don't really have preferences. I do not mind if someone I like is short, tall, skinny, or fat. That stuff does not bother me. However, she doesn't seem to take care of herself at all and work with what she's got. I already mentioned her bad hygiene, and with her just keep getting bigger and bigger doesn't help. It's not that I hate her how she is, but I would wish for her to be more healthy. I pretty much have to force her to even drink water. And again, just us having completely different hobbies or just taste in music and games and movies. She's really not into it that much really, but that's mostly of what I'm all about. I love talking about all sorts of entertainment stuff with my friends, but I just cannot with her cause she's not as into it as I am. So, why am I having such a hard time wanting to leave and break up with her? Because while I barely know her friends or her family, she's pretty much become a big part of my own friends and family. She's in almost all the group chats that I'm in that has my friends and they have become close. And I am just afraid of what would happen if we broke up. Again, she's a nice girl but has a lot to work on herself, and I'm honestly just not happy at all. I don't want to hurt her, and I also don't want to lose the risk of losing my friends over this or have them think differently of me or something. I don't know, I want it to be over, and I honestly just rather be on my own for a while, so I can figure some personal stuff out of my own. How do I go about it? What do I do? There's a couple of more minor missing details, but if there's any confusion I can fix that. Just someone help please, and sorry for all of this long Harry Potter book.